You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Welcome to blackwhitenetwork.com. We're running a sale, guys. 15% off everything in the merch store, including our new Freedom shirt with the bald eagle on the front. And of course, our best-selling shirt is our America 250 Bald Eagle Edition shirt with the America 250 flag on the back. We also have hats, our Patriot 1776 shirt. We have our hoodies, zip-up hoodies, other hats as well, including coffee mugs. Also, memberships are available on the website. $10 a month. When you sign up, you get a 7-day free trial. You can also save money by getting the annual plan. You get member videos, also access to our Friday member stream that we have every single Friday. If you would like to donate to us, you can do it directly on the website. $5, $10, $20, whatever you guys want to give. We do appreciate the support. Well, black and white sports fans, I must tell you, we live in a homophobic society, at least according to NBA legend Charles Barkley. Now, a few days back, guys, we got some sad news in the NBA. Actually, there was two tragedies. I already talked about one, but the other was former NBA player Jason Collins. He passed away at the very, very young age of 47 years old. Now, Jason Collins was the first gay man, openly anyway, that we know of, to play in the NBA. Now, he didn't actually say he was a homosexual while he was playing. It was actually after his NBA career ended. Okay? Now, he actually had a long career. He played like 12 seasons in the NBA. And guys, I don't believe anybody's sexuality should come up when it comes to the sport. But of course, you guys know the media, boy, they got to be all over it. Why do you guys think that Michael Sam, when he was actually drafted into the NFL, even though he shouldn't because he couldn't play, he never played one single NFL game, if I'm not mistaken. I believe like in the preseason, that was about it. He wasn't good enough. But boy, when he got drafted, man, ESPN was all in his face. It was like what? He was putting pie in the face of his boyfriend or whatever. It was ridiculous. His sexuality should have never been a thing. Just like Jason Collins, man. People don't care. When it comes to sports, the only thing that people actually care about is, can you play or not? In the case of Michael Sam, couldn't play. In the case of Jason Collins, he could, because he played for 12 seasons. Okay? Well, Charles Barkley, man, of course, NBA playoffs are going on. And Charles Barkley goes on the attack while talking about Jason Collins' death. He attacked society as homophobic folks. Now, when you actually look at the way gay people actually treated, especially when it comes to gay marriage, nobody cares. Nobody cares. We're actually more accepting of gay marriage than at any point in my lifetime. But oh no, Charles Barkley says you're homophobic. This is insane. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Here we go. So right over here, Charles Barkley admonishes society for being homophobic in virtue-signaling rants about Jason Collins' death. Collins, the NBA's first openly gay player, died this week at 47 after battling stage 4, how you pronounce this, glioblastoma, which is brain cancer. That's what he died of, okay? And it's sad. It says here, NBA great Charles Barkley used the tragic death of Jason Collins this week to admonish America for being anti-gay on ESPN's Inside the NBA Wednesday night. Collins, the NBA's first openly gay player, died this week at 47. He passed away following an 8-month battle with brain cancer, stage 4. And he had been fighting it since last August. And that's the picture right there of Jason Collins when he was actually with the Nets. The seven-footer out of Stanford was primarily used in defensive and physical matchups during his career, but became a household name in 2013 when he came out in a first person essay for Sports Illustrated. During Wednesday's Inside the NBA, Barkley said, we, quote, live in a homophobic society, before dropping this bombshell on viewers. Yeah. And John Root actually has on the post right here. And he says, America is not afraid of homosexuals. We're just sick and tired of having LGBT pride shoved down our throats in sports, our jobs, TV shows and movies, and education. Yeah. But I'm listening to Barkley right here, guys. Here we go.
If another guy did it, it would still be a big deal because we live in a homophobic society. And that's unfortunate. That's why, first of all, anybody who think we ain't got a bunch of gay players in all sports, they're just stupid. But there is such animosity toward the gay community, and that's what's really unfortunate. But anybody think him, and I know a couple other soccer players that came out, if you think there are not more gay players in the NFL, Major League Baseball, and the NBA, you're just stupid.
Wow. Now, I don't believe there's a lot, okay? Well, when it comes to WNBA, obviously. But overall, I don't believe there's a lot of gay and lesbian players out there. Now, we have come hard on Megan Rapinoe here on this channel, but it had nothing to do with her being lesbian. It had all to do with her hating America, kneeling for the national anthem, pushing a woke agenda. That was it. I've never come out and slammed Megan Rapinoe for being a lesbian. Now, me personally, I don't agree with the LGBT lifestyle, but in this country, you actually have a right to do whatever you want to do, sleep with whoever you want. Okay? You do. It's the agenda that people are sick of. In our entertainment, all this other stuff, man. Pushing it on kids. That is the problem right there. And that reminds me, guys. Remember, we actually had an active NFL player, Carl Nassib, came out, announced he was gay. And what happened? He still played in the NFL. Nobody was saying that he shouldn't play in the NFL because he likes to sleep with men. Nobody did. Eventually, he did retire because, NFL not for long, right? Charles Barkley, man, this was a dumb virtue signal right here. A really, really dumb virtue signal. I don't believe that America is homophobic. I don't. If I'm walking down the street, guys, if I'm going to a grocery store or whatever, if I'm at a sporting event, the last thing that's actually coming to my mind is this person gay? No. And Jason Collins, I'm pretty sure he's not the only gay person to play in the NBA. Remember that story about Dwight Howard, right? Remember he was getting sued. Dwight Howard was sleeping around with a transgender. Yeah, a transgender. Now, that story was pretty wild right there. I don't agree with Dwight Howard doing that at all. But when it comes to the sport, nobody was actually stopping Dwight Howard from actually playing. No one. Now, I'm willing to bet, there's probably a few other gay people in the NBA. And I don't believe that should actually, quote unquote, come out the closet because guess what? It doesn't matter. Can you play in the NBA or not? Just like the NFL. We don't need these people coming out and saying, hey, you know what? I like to sleep with other dudes. Nobody needs to hear that because it's irrelevant to the sport. What you do in your own private life, that's your business. We don't need you coming out, waving a flag, talking about, hey, I'm a part of the Alphabet Mafia. Nobody cares about that. So for Barkley to come out and say, hey, we Americans are homophobic is ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Homosexuals got all the same rights that everybody else does. Everyone. So, that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.